Now, I'll just introduce you to carbon markets and carbon offset a bit. There can't be carbon credit or carbon offset without the greenhouse effect of the greenhouse gases. And I know most of us are familiar with how this greenhouse effect comes in, and it's because of the radiation from the sun being trapped and heating up the Earth's surface, warming it. And of course, the climate change, of course, is our joint responsibility. It's a major injustice, and it's also our main joint responsibility, all of us. So we need to include both mitigation and adaptation. Because as much as we're working on mitigation, we also have people who are affected and they need to adapt to the changing climate. Of course, it's a threat to development, and as CEDA, as a policymaker, I know they are working on these areas, Ulrika has confirmed. The key concepts on climate compensation, I'll go through a few. Eligibility, for example, for a project, it has to demonstrate ability to reduce or remove greenhouse gas emissions beyond the project, or what is the current practices. There is also the concept of additionality, and here the projects it's required that its emission reduction from a project will not have happened without the project existence. This is an important aspect, that the project has to demonstrate additionality. Leakage is another concept, and in leakage we're looking at effort in reducing emission in one areas sometimes may lead to an increase in emissions elsewhere. So this has to be catered for. Permanence, it's also a critical concept, and this is about the durability of the carbon sequestration project that sequesters carbon. We must ensure that the carbon remains stored for a long time. So even now, Verra has increased the permanency minimum to 40 years to ensure that we demonstrate, or the project can demonstrate, that the sequestration will remain there for a long period. We have we come closer home. We look at the tree-based option for project-based mitigation. We have afforestation, we have reforestation, we have avoided deforestation, but we also have agroforestry. And agroforestry is where we have trees and crops and animals being practiced in the same place. Practical application of carbon projects, we mainly have the three areas: the AFOLU, that's agriculture, forestry, and other land use. We also have a RED plus, reduced emission from deforestation and forest degradation. This is the biggest one, by the way, of course. And also the energy sector. Actually, the energy sector is the biggest, followed by RED. AFOLU is quite small. In AFOLU projects, which is where most of our work is based, we focus on biological sequestration and land management. Of course, for energy projects, they emphasize on emissions through technology and clean energy. Of course, both are crucial to addressing climate change, but they differ in terms of mechanism, risk, and benefit. Some of the popular carbon standards are the verified carbon standard, popularly known as Verra. We have the gold standard, which is for global goals. We have the Climate, Community, and Biodiversity Standard. It's also under Verra. The Clean Development Mechanism that was started after the Kyoto Protocol. We have the Plan Vivo Standard, mainly dealing with communities. Thank you very much.